After Pakistani opposition leader Benazir Bhutto was assassinated earlier today. CNBC's SriJegarajah joins us now live from Singapore with more on how the Asian markets are set to react when they reopen. Sri.
Michelle, I just got off the phone with an analyst in India, and he said that it's pretty inevitable that you're going to see a very negative reaction throughout the benchmark markets in Asia when they do reopen on Friday. They're going to see a negative reaction, especially pronounced in South Asia with the Pakistani and the Indian markets. But one caveat here is that South Asia has witnessed a pretty violent political backdrop riddled with political assassination. And we are getting some latest headlines here, some commentary from JP Chase that the deal will be a stock-for-stock exchange, and JP Morgan confirming the deal to acquire Bear for, and I believe I am reading this correctly, $2 a share. Hi there, Maura. Well, I've got to say there does appear to be a discernible change of sentiment amongst the delegates and amongst the people that we've spoken to, because yesterday the mood was really characterised by an air of optimism and also of confidence. That air now seems to be substantially deflated for a number of reasons. Primarily, we did hear comments from the Philippine President Arroyo saying that the Philippines may not ratify the landmark ASEAN Charter unless democracy is restored to Myanmar. Do remember that ASEAN is a consensus-building organisation, so we are possibly seeing the first cracks, the first signs of disunity within ASEAN. Would that imply then that you need an expanded defence budget?
Yes, but I mean, it's not compared to the other programs that we have. It's real money.
Let's go on to talk about US and relationships with Asian countries over here. There does appear to be a shift in the military relationship between the US and China. We've seen new signs of cooperation after that devastating earthquake in Sichuan. Is this the beginning of a new era of openness and engagement with China?
Well, I would like to think it's the beginning, particularly in the military.
Do you think ASEAN should go as far as expelling or considering expelling Myanmar from the group? Do you think that would be counterproductive?
Some people said it will be counterproductive. I really am not.
Do you think ASEAN's proposed Human Rights Commission, as enshrined in its charter, will help to bring Myanmar into account?
That I feel strongly that it would. But
Saudi Arabian Oil Minister Ali Al-Naimi really seeking to talk prices lower ahead of that key meeting that you were talking about in December. And he reiterated what is by now a very familiar refrain, saying that the fundamentals in the market don't reflect the current price and the market is well supplied with oil and inventories are comfortable. That was certainly his central message to reporters at the sidelines of the Middle East and Asia Energy Summit here in Singapore. Here's what he had to say.
There is no relationship between the fundamentals today and the price of oil.
Your biggest asset is oil and gas. Can you tell us how much your petroleum fund has accumulated?
By the end of the year, this year, we would have accumulated $3 billion.
When you look at East Timor's economy, what type of economic model are you hoping to base your country on? Or put another way, what sort of aspirational goal are you aiming for?
Well, there are no exact models. Of course, we are inspired by Singapore.
Let's talk about the white paper, that review of the military, the Australian military, its size and shape for the next 20 years. Can we say that you're perhaps holding fire on the big spending plans and changes until the completion of that white paper later on this year?
I think holding fire would be a poor description. Already we are committed to 3 new air warfare destroyers, 2 new very large amphibious ship.
This is an oil rig used for deep sea exploration and production. Its maker is Keppel Offshore and Marine, the world's biggest builder of oil rigs. But given all the economic turbulence right now, how is it riding out the storm? Today we'll speak to the man at the helm. Away from the air-conditioned halls of the Asia Oil and Gas Conference, where all the debate is taking place furiously about the market and about the outlook for the industry, here at this filling station in the heart of Kuala Lumpur, the Malaysian capital, Malaysian motorists are telling us that they have no choice but to pay up for higher fuel prices.
The opposition in Malaysia trying to rally 20,000 people trying to make political hay while the oil sun shines, as it were.
Exactly, yes. A lot of these opposition parties are trying to really capitalise on this public discontent. From the market perspective, there has been a big question mark over the future of Asian demand, given the fact that we have seen price increases. Is that or isn't it going to cause some demand erosion? But the broad sense in the market is that
not yet.
We have seen a rollback of subsidies, but it's important to stress it's just a partial rollback. There's still very much a degree of protection that Asian consumers enjoy from the global price of oil.